What's up, everybody? So today we're going to look at the Herrscher of Sentience rotation and basically tell you all the details that you need to know to optimize her damage. So we're going to look at two bosses that we had last update. The team will be Herrscher of Sentience, Celestial Hymn, and Starlit Astrologos. Now the first boss I'm going to talk about is Assaka. Now this boss is probably not going to show up again, because it's been redesigned for the Herrscher of the Void, but I still think it's a good boss to talk about because it's a rather simple fight, and HOS team basically plays out the same way on most bosses, so it could be good to apply to lower brackets. So pretty much every strat will start out with an evasion from the Herrscher of Sentience, so that we can get the SP for the entire team. Now you want to pop this evasion skill as soon as possible, which only can be done when the boss spawns. I find that it's best to do it when the floor 1 shows, but you can do it whenever is best for you. So usually the best combo is the chain combo at the very beginning, and the reason for that is the chains give a passive that'll make you do more damage. But this shield guy dies very quickly, so we're going to use the spear because it ends faster. You can switch out of it during the animation. So after the combo, we pretty much always go to SA and we use the combo for SP. Right after the combo on SA, you should actually be using the Zither active. So the Zither active actually gives you a team buff that doesn't actually get replaced when you deploy 11th. I didn't actually use it in this clip, but later on we will be using it. Alright, so next we want to switch to CH and we want to cancel the switch attack so that we don't get the Newton early. You can do this by evading, using the cross, evade again to cancel the animation of the cross, and then applying an attack to apply Newton. So after you do all that, you just use the ultimate on the Herrscher of Sentience and you whack away. So in this case, the first mob is very squishy, so I don't use the Starlit Astrologos ultimate, but usually we will be using that. So if you have a lot of the ultimate left, you might want to keep slamming the ground with HOS. Typically you'll get SP from this from the glove active. So when the first ultimate ends, you're going to need SP for another ultimate. Now there's two ways we typically do this, and most likely the way you're going to do this is by using the evade plus the chain attack. But there is one other way to do it, and that's specifically for this fight, you use the pillar. Now the pillar also can inflict the chain debuff, and after the pillar we're able to use the evade plus the spear, which transitions a bit faster. Now to finish off, we want to go on Celestial Hymn, and we actually want to use the ultimate as soon as possible. One thing about HOS's ultimate is that you get a much bigger damage bonus if the impair is from HOS herself. So if the impair from Celestial Hymn's ultimate hits afterwards, it's actually quite bad for your damage. So the next thing you need to know is Celestial Hymn's Newton really wants to be activated twice to maximize your damage. So the Slicing Blades from Celestial Hymn ultimate lasts 10 seconds, and Newton's cooldown is also 10 seconds. So basically the only thing you need to do is make sure that you use one auto attack before the Slicing Blades appear. Now you actually want to use SA skills very early as well, not just Celestial Hymns, and the reason for that is because of Zither's buffs being active like we said earlier, and the crit rate from 11th Relic is actually quite important because the crit rate on HOS isn't the best. So as I say that, you definitely want to use the 11th Relic as soon as you see Zither laid down from the ultimate. If you do this successfully, you'll get a pretty good damage bump. Alright, so the next boss I'm going to cover is Jizo. This boss pretty much starts the same way as Assaka, so let's review what we've learned. So because Jizo is a lot tankier than Assaka, we're going to need to use 3 ultimates with HOS. The second rotation of ultimates will not use SA's ult, and the reason why is because we just want to knock him into the second phase of the fight, which is where he puts up his shield. And to do that, we only need to get about a bar of HP down, so we don't really need SA's ult for that, and we'll grind it up as he puts up the puddles. To start off this part of the fight, we just use the Celestial Hymn ultimate right before Jizo spawns, and then use the cross. We can QTE SA as well, and always use the evade plus the chain to start off if you need SP, because then you can just go right into bonking after the ultimate with HOS. Alright, so the last portion of the fight is a little bit tricky because we need SP on 3 different Valkyries. So we can get SP on SA while the 11th relic is ticking. And while we break the shield, we can get SP on HOS. So actually right here, I should have already used the ultimate on CH. The final thing to note is that we want to use the pillar not only for the chain debuff, but Jizo also gets pushed back if you just bonk him. And we don't want to push him back too much because it might push him out of the Celestial Hymn ultimate and the SA ultimate. And that's it. Most HOS comps basically play the same way. I'm going to leave a HOMU run which is slightly different, but hopefully after you've watched this video you can piece together why I'm making the moves that I am.